Hey everyone, it's me again. I'm back with another model review. This time we were going over the rare blue square models VK2801 German prototype light tank. Well, it wasn't a prototype, it never existed. So before I get into reviewing the model, I will give you a bit of background information about this tank. So Germany and the German army in 1943, in the middle of World War II, ordered a tank that would replace the Panzer IV. And it had to be a multi-purpose tank, not just destroying other tanks. So Krupp came up with the VK2801, and Germany approved it, but due to the shortage of steel and all of the Allied bombs raining down on their factories, these tanks could not see production until 1945. So they would have to end up with the Panzer IV 2 more years before this thing actually got out. And it was supposed to be a very fast and mobile tank, but with weak armor. So it was not very sufficient either. So they canceled the VK2801 project in October of 1943, and the only time it ever existed was in blueprints and drawings. The plan was to use a totally different chassis, and also it was designed to use a modified Panzer IV turret, as you can see here. So let's get to the model, and I can show you what's up with it. This model does not allow you to have an elevating gun nor a rotating turret, which I really don't like. Here's the driver's optics port. Here's where the assistant driver sits. Here's where the driver's hatch is. And then we have the assistant driver's hatch, so they can both look out and see what's up without the risk of getting hit with the gun. God dang it. And then here's the gunner's optics port. He could flip this up a bit. And then here is the gunner's scope. It's a pretty good place to put it. Here's the 10.5 centimeter gun barrel. Just saying, guys, I got this gun barrel from the 128 millimeter gun barrel from the Dragon E100. I just chopped up the barrel a bit and just put it on here. And here's the mantlet and the MG34 machine gun. Here's the horribly depicted Panther turret cupola, which I didn't even succeed in making. God, I tried and I didn't succeed. And this is all balsa wood, so it just made my woes even worse. And back here on the tank tools and everything, we have the fire extinguisher, the exhaust pipes, rusted up a bit with acrylic paint, the jack rest block, and there's some rope around it, so in case they needed to tow anything. Here is also a hatch and a few other things to access the engine in case they needed to make repairs or anything. Oh, hold up. Ugh, just had to yawn there. And then here's also another engine access area, engine access panel, whatever you want to call it. And then here are 2 radiators for the engine. In case you guys are wondering how I did this engine radiator thing, I will do that. I will show you a demonstration in another video. I got this decal from the Hasegawa Panzer IV Ausf G kit. And then I got this same decal from the Panzer IV Ausf G kit from Hasegawa. Here's the axe, whatever this thing is, I don't know, probably engine tools. The shovel, the the tree cutters so they could add cover to their tank. And then finally here there is a towing port, 2 of them, so in case they needed to tow a vehicle or a tank out of mud, they could easily do that now. Oh, last but not least, the tracks and the wheels. They are very hard to paint because you cannot remove any of the wheels, nor do you put on the wheels separately from the tracks. It's all molded resin. Oh god. So I had to use a very small paintbrush, and with the help of a toothpick, I somehow pulled this off. And in case you were wondering, I weathered this by putting some brown paint on the wheels and using a dry brush, and I wiped it off pretty well, so you could just see some mud marks to make the tracks a bit more realistic. And then here I was too late with my reactions, and there's a bit more weathering on this side. Yep. And yeah, that's about it. Basically covers everything on this kit. In case you guys are wondering, I will do tutorials on this, on how to do weathering and stuff the next time I get a tank, which is probably not in the very near future. My next tank kit is probably going to be a Sturmpanzer IV, even though I already have one. I just want to get another one for my diorama that I have planned, so I will show you a few tutorials with that tank. And also how to weather, how to make the radiators a bit more realistic. I'll do that too. So be sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you feel like it, even though I lost 1 subscriber the other day. Tear down my eye. Cue the sad for me music, so, because I'm too lazy to add it in. So like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think about this tank, and see you then.